recording. Start streaming. Yeah, let me go find the link. Don't need these open. I guess you can keep Discord open. What's he doing? Oh, link in my Twitch. That's a good idea. What's he doing? Oh, link in my... Winstrate plus Wally 110. First, dude, I didn't even see you looking at the channel or anything and still managed to be first. That's crazy. Bryn would probably fight you, but she's in the kitchen eating pickles. Let me get my notes open for these. This is going to be a short stream relative to the ones that I've done the last couple of days. I do have a raid this evening. It's currently 5 o'clock for me. I got raid at 7:45, and I gotta have dinner first. But I did want to make sure I got these two done today, because I have them both prepped now, and I think I want to have all the megastones and stuff unlocked before I start prepping the absolute marathon that is the Trick House. So we're gonna try to have a decent pace. This should be a decent pace, because I just like walk up to 2 fights. We're only going to do 2, but we're going to try to do both of them successfully. Winstrates should be really fast. Like the team prep might take a little bit. Where's my Winstrates note? There it is. But the actual fight is like should be over in the blink of an eye. There's a lot of one-shotting or two-shotting mons happening, and not a lot of switching. I suspected Lucaria would be good into this yesterday. But holy shit, it just kills 4 mons without even trying. So I need this, we need Dugong. Gengar. Clodsire. Clodsire is going to become one of both of these. This mon has turned out to be just awesome. I'm really happy I got it. We need normal Mawile. And weirdly, Simisear. I am too. I really wanted to bring it to Wally. I can't bring it to Wally. Because I think the only thing that can actually switch into this Darmanitan is Mega Slowbro. Which is fine, but it means we're going to have to wait on the Mawile. I am enormously excited to get cooking with it. I hope it comes to a lot of things in the Trick House. Pocky stream? Heck yeah, this is going to be a short one, like I was saying to Iriv. I gotta have dinner before I raid, but I do have 2 fights prepared that I've been doing all afternoon, and I would like to get them out of the way. I don't like going to sleep with fights prepped, and I might be kind of tired after raid. So, raid might be short. I might come back on again this evening if raid is short. This is an extra raid day. We usually just do Wednesday, Thursdays, because we're very close to killing a boss. You get weekly loot lockouts in raids, as in you can only kill the boss once a week, and your loot drops reset every week. So if the raid resets Tuesday, so if you get a cheeky kill today, because we're so close, it's extra loot for the raid, which is great. But if that happens in like half an hour, I might have some more time. I do actually have to do some work next week, more so than last week, so the streaming this coming week may be a little shorter, and I'm going to be gone all next weekend also. Probably. So T-Punch is for the Pelipper. Aurasphere is for the Cetitan and also for the Duraludon. So that's 3 kills. The fourth kill is Shadow Ball for the Mega Slowbro. I spent a little while trying to figure out how to kill this Slowbro, right? And the line started with using my own Slowbro with a timid nature to outspeed and 2-shot it with Shadow Ball. And the problem is that I just ran out of party slots. We do not need close combat. because we needed Gengar here for the Medicham. We need Clodsire for the Bolton. So Bolton, what ended up being the hardest thing to prep for, even though Pidgeot has the like 0.09% to cause problems. Bolton needed Clodsire. Medicham needs Gengar. The other problematic one was Scizor, and Scizor is going to be beaten with these two mons. And then Dugong is for the Pidgeot, and Lucario has to kill everything else. So there wasn't, by the time I figured out a safe line to kill Scizor, which I did after doing Mega Slowbro, his third trainer, it was apparent that I really wanted 2 Mons for this, and so I didn't have space to bring like 1 Mon to deal with Scizor and Slowbro. So I did a little bit more of a deeper dive than usual, because this fight was causing me problems, which is why you saw me talking about it a lot this afternoon. And it turns out that you can just kill the Slowbro with Lucario anyways, and I was overthinking it. So maybe this is just what everybody does, and I just missed the memo somehow, but it took me several hours to discover that, oh, never mind, I can just stay in with Lucario and everything's fine. But we got there in the end. Quiet on the Dugong. I think Gengar is already timid. We'll just do it anyway. Clodsire also has a bit of a weird setup here. Clodsire is going to be lonely with 0 defense IVs. Bolton was such a pain. Let's change the IVs now while I remember. Actually, does anything need them back? We do not need to have Lucario with no Spadef anymore. This was for hidden power. We'll just leave it, it's fine. And we need 0 defense on Clodsire. Pardon the keyboard. Button mashing. And then Clodsire is lonely. So we got a lot of lonely mons. Lonely, quiet, timid, lonely. This wants to be impish. This wants to be relaxed. I gotta say, it is like one of the cool things about Nuzlocking. Up, down, you may be able to min-max look like. Oh, okay, that'd be good to know. I will try that out in a sec. I'm always impish. It is cool with... That's jolly. It is cool with Nuzlocking how all of the like weird natures actually get to be used, where they never get used in competitive mons. Or very rarely, like naughty Salamence has been a thing and whatever, but most of the weird ones don't come up. Alright, let's try this calc thing. If I go press it and I go down. Oh man! That is some sweet quality of life tech right there. Very nice. I think I already gave Lucario its Mega Stone, right? It's probably gonna have this the rest of the run, yeah. Heck, gaming for sure. That's an amazing start. Dugong needs a Persim Berry. That Hurricane confusion is a little bit of a concern. Gengar needs a Spell Tag. I didn't do these fights until choice items. Wow, that's a huge delay. I wanted Aurasphere Mega... Like, I wanted to get Mega Mawile as fast as possible, which means I needed to do Winstrates, and to do Winstrates meant I needed the Lucario. It was super scary. I'm really happy with my solution to it, because I think it's bulletproof, which is nice. Spell Tag. But it did need Clodsire to have a minus defense nature and no defense IVs. Which is a little goofy. Spell Tag. We're gonna need a Payapa Berry, which is probably the giveaway for what we're gonna be doing here. Mawile is on a Citrus. Simisear also on a Citrus. Dugong, I think mostly just needs to pick back up Ice Shard. Don't need that Hidden Power Dragon anymore. So I guess we can fix its IVs as well. I guess the problem with using Hidden Power everywhere, which I have been doing, is that you just have these random IVs that are slightly lower than they need to be. There we go. Gengar, I think, has the same moves. Gengar has, feel like, the same moveset pretty much always. Yup. Clodsire, very similar idea. Yawn, Poison Jab, EQ Rock Slide. Mawile's moveset doesn't actually matter, it just needs Citrus Intimidate. it is legitimately super annoying. Simisear needs Flamethrower and Quick Attack, of all things? Oh, it doesn't get Quick Attack anymore. I guess that was just a Pansear move. Damn it. Well, we don't live in 0.09% world anyway. That's what the Quick Attack was for. It's just not gonna happen. It's fine. I think that's just an unavoidable, stupid, low chance wipe to Pidgeot kind of deal. Maybe Mawile can come in and take one of anything and Sucker Punch or something. Let's not think about it in too much detail though, because I don't have anything for the Scizor. Seen the Simisear on more than one occasion. Has he been any good? He's like a Silver Bullet kind of mon, if that makes any sense, right? I think I've brought him to like 3 fights, perhaps, and he's had exactly one job. Like, he was the only mon that could do what he did to one-shot the Arctozolt with that cheeky, the AI doesn't see Bolt Beak things. He's really good here because he's the only mon I have because of the Sage power that lets me one-shot Mega Scizor with Rain up, which is something that nobody else can do. But he's pretty much just a bot for like I'm reasonably fast and I have one really strong fire type attack. And if that mon is useful in a fight, he's good, which is like maybe 3 or 4 fights so far. So I've been happy to have him. He was also really nice for the Sandslash and Brawly. I didn't have a good answer for that without him. So yeah, I would say he's been good. But he's definitely a bit of a one-trick pony. Yeah, one-trick monkey, excuse me. And doesn't come to... He's not the kind of mon like a Dugong or a Lucario that comes to everything, but I've been happy to have him. Yeah, hopefully that is reasonably good feedback. Gamers, yeah, we're just about to game. We're gonna go do Winstrate, and then afterwards we'll do Wally, and then I'll probably wrap up. It'll be a short stream today. Because I got Raid and Dinner. Okay, Lucario Knight, Lonely. Ability doesn't matter. Aura Sphere, Thunder Punch, Vacuum Wave, Shadow Ball. Got Rest, Scald, Ice Shard, Ice Beam. A Scales, a Persimberry, and Quiet. Timid, Spell Tag, Levitate, Sludge Bomb, Willow, Shadow Ball, Psychic. Poison Jab, Yawn, EQ, Rock Slide. Water Absorb doesn't matter. Lonely Nature with a Payapa Berry, and I will check its IVs afterwards. Should be 0 defense. Mawile is Impish, Citrus, Intimidate. The moves don't matter, but Sucker Punch is nice for that 0.09%. Back Excalibur. Congratulations, that's huge progress. Those are some big fights. Especially Tate and Eliza. So you're officially in Wand Split now, eh? Right at the end game. Flamethrower, Sage Power, of Relaxed Citrus Berry, and then we loop. Okay, so that's the whole team. We're gonna double check Clodsire's IVs and then just get right into it. I can't spend too much time stalling. Yeah, it's 0 defense. I can't spend too much time stalling because I got probably an hour until I have to be making dinner on the outside. Oh no, we're already in the Winstrate place. Great. Next game I beat Cap in back-to-back Meg. Oh man. Yeah, gonna be right up there. We're gonna have a few. You and Michael are both gonna have E4s pretty soon, which is really exciting. Grab a save. And then... Hello, Cat. It is 20 minutes after dinner, I suppose. You have a point. But you can wait another 20 minutes, I think, right? The cat cannot wait another 20 minutes, so she says. Maybe she just needs cuddles. Oh no, the importer is broken. I saw somebody message about this in the Discord. That it wasn't working. Backup load, try if above doesn't work. So this might actually be down. Is a felony amongst felines? It super is. However, she sometimes is willing to settle for like a few minutes of annoying my wife on her desk beforehand, so I'm hoping that's a big enough buffer. I guess we're doing this without import, which is going to be kind of annoying. I don't think I'm going to have to do any calcs. I'm pretty sure this line is deterministic, but we'll see. If I do have to do any calcs, you'll have to pardon that it'll take a little bit. So this Boltund is the only thing that Lucario lead is not great for, and it's why we are running 0 defense Clodsire. This should always be Thunder Fang. It's the only thing that sees like nothing one-shots Lucario. It's the only thing that gets added bonus for the paralysis chance. And then into Clodsire, I guess I can try to pull up this one. Clodsire? Let's just grab any Clodsire into this Boltund, because this had to be specific. We need to show that it can one-shot me with Psychic Fangs, because I never want it to Ice Fang. If it Ice Fangs and I flinch, I lose the Boltund. Or at least I lose my Clodsire. So if we are lonely, and we have no defense IVs, we show him that we get one-shot by Psychic Fangs. Then we have a Pyapa Berry, so we don't actually get one-shot by Psychic Fangs. But because of Berry AI, the AI ignores the berry because we get 2-shot. So he will always Psychic Fang us here, he will never Ice Fang, and we always kill it with Earthquake. Min defense Clodsire to the rescue. And with the Pyapa Berry, we do take any crit. Super nice. Hyper-specific Clodsire build. Taking advantage of Berry AI. Yup! Straight up. I'm sure somebody, like one of us or Alex or somebody will come up with a really complicated way of doing the Berry AI, but for now, I like this approach. I think it works almost all the time, and it is a really cool, it gives a really cool, like, thing to try to play around because you can understand exactly how the AI thinks about it. It's neat. Okay, so this is random move. If we just use our demonstration Clodsire here, we're not looking at Pidgeot's moves. We're looking at not Mega, but regular Pidgeot. I'm still at 93, so it should see KO with nothing. It'll see some there's some bonus confusion from Hurricane, but Hurricane can miss on regular Pidgeot, so it probably doesn't want to click Hurricane. I'm hoping it doesn't click Hurricane here. If it clicks Hurricane here and confuses, into Hurricane Confuse, into I hit myself in confusion, that's pretty bad. There's about a 1.6% chance. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, this should be random move. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Facade, just because it's the only 100 accuracy move. The other two have accuracy drop-offs, and it's the most damage. Because again, he doesn't see he's Mega. And for Mega, we just go hard Dugong. It walls this thing for quite a long time, and it kills with Ice Beam plus Ice Shard 100% of the time. So as long as we don't get Confuse Hurricane, hit self and Confuse, we're fine. This is the sketchiest part of the fight, is we need to dodge that. And we do dodge that. Nice. So now we just one-shot with Ice Beam plus Ice Shard. We have the Persim Berry so we can tank the first Confusion. We don't even get the first Confusion. And there goes Winstrate number 1. Winstrate number 2 is by far the easiest one. You get a free Lucario, and the free Lucario just does the whole trainer by itself. It's silly. So we're gonna just Mega an Aura Sphere to one-shot the Titan. Got a lot of HP that mon. Takes a bit to die. The Slowbro one-shot is kind of... again, I'm sure this is how most people kill the Slowbro, because you already have the Lucario. But there is a little bit of a quirk here that I guess I'll point out if for anybody who's unaware, who may find benefit in it for whatever reason. So this Slowbro to Mega Lucario at level 56 doesn't see any kills with anything. And if it doesn't see any kills with anything, when it's doing its move scoring, there's no like huge score increase. So Scald gets a little bit of one, it has a positive secondary effect, it does good damage. Psychic has a positive secondary effect, it does good damage. Yawn puts things to sleep. And if a move puts something to sleep, it gets +2 points in move scoring, rather than the +1 for like, yeah, this has a positive move effect in general. Sleep explicitly gets called out and has +2. So this Slowbro will always click Yawn, and we just two-shot it with Shadow Ball. We do die to Mega Slowbro crit Scalds, I think. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe I may have the nature incorrectly over here because I'm just pulling a random Lucario, but this isn't close. He's just gonna yawn and then die. No need to really. As soon as as soon as I noticed he had yawn, it was like, oh, I don't actually need to do any other calcs, so I didn't bother looking into the details beyond that because he just tries to yawn and dies. So the Pelipper that I'm sure exists just because it makes the Scizor difficult dies in one shot because it's a Pelipper. The Scizor is the point of this fight that has the planning behind it. Can that be applied to Mons with Yawn in general, or only that specific Slowbro? Mons with Yawn in general. If they aren't one-shotting you to get some significant, or have any other reason to get some significant score bonus on a damaging move, Yawn will outscore them. So base score is 100. This move has a positive effect, is +1. Explicit move effects can then get pulled out and get modulated further. Effect Sleep and Effect Yawn are one of those cases. So if a mon is eligible to be put to sleep, it gets +2 from Yawn. Which means Yawn is at 102. The other two moves should be at 101. Or maybe they're a little lower than higher than that, but these should be. This is a very generic case of just I have two damaging moves with positive effects. It should be 101, and then Yawn is. This is explicitly has a +2. I'm intimately familiar with Yawn move scoring because of the huge amount of hours Irav and I spent on the sleep clause testing. So this is, I guess taking advantage of that, but I'm not sure how much Yawn move scoring is public knowledge. So there you go. Abuse Mons with Yawn, because mostly they will try to yawn you if they can't kill you. Okay, so this is a Scizor in Rain. This is going to be Mawile's first combat appearance. Not going to click any moves, but we are going to switch it in. So this should be dual Wing Beat. It does by far the most damage to Lucario. It's not close. We're going to get that attack drop, though it's not necessary. It makes us more likely to be able to make our next play work properly. Mawile should get tickled by this. Impish with an Intimidate drop and Steel typing means that this should do almost no damage. Even the crits for this do very little damage. And then, Mega Scizor? Mawile. Just pick a Mawile. Any Mawile you like. This Mawile seems great. At -1. So we as the Nuzlocker have to calculate it crits everything, right? The AI does not count as that it crits everything. It sees that it has -1. It sees that it has, at best, this is a 4. This is a 3-hit KO, which means it should want a Swords Dance. There's no inherent 2-hit KOing score bonus. There's no inherent 3-hit KO score bonus, certainly. But the AI does like to boost its damage if it finds that, hey, when I go back up damage, then I'm starting to get in range for some really good things. This is how boosting AI works. You guys have all, I'm sure, abused like Hariyama bulking up on Brawly, things like that. So having this Mawile in and forcing this to +1 should guarantee us that he Swords Dances. And all we needed was to guarantee that we could get our Simisear in for free. Exposing Yawn. The people have to know. Yeah, so there's our Swords Dance, which again should have been guaranteed. If it wasn't guaranteed and I dodged a bullet there, nice, but should have been guaranteed. And then Simis here actually just one-shots in the rain. We have a defensive nature and a citrus berry, so we can tank a crit dual wing beat into non-crit bullet punch or something like that to make it a little bit safer on the off chance something went wrong. But yeah, super clean. So yeah, this is what I mean. Like, it is the only mon that can do shit like this. You just don't need a mon that can do this kind of shit very often. But then I've been very happy to have it in the box to do that, because Cinderace can't get the damage output that Simisear can. Cinderace is usually the mon that I would pick in this situation, but if I didn't have Cinderace, it'd be even better. If I got like a slow fire type, like an Emboar, I think I would use it even more frequently. So yeah, I've been pretty happy with it. I don't think it's broken or anything, but I've been happy with it. It's a specialist, and it serves that role really well. It means it actually comes to fights, which is fun. I'm pretty excited when it gets choice specs. So we can have choice specs Sage Power. That looks like it would be kind of crazy. I'm still just kind of chatting. This is another Lucario one-shot. Whatever. So the next thing here with this Medicham is why our Lucario has a bit of a weird nature. Medicham. This Medicham, Mega Lucario. And we are lonely. We want to show it that it can kill us with Drain Punch. Because if it can kill us with Drain Punch, it'll always go Drain Punch. And if we switch our Gengar in on a Zen Headbutt, it dies. So we need to guarantee it's not clicking Zen Headbutt here. It's a thing. Wow. I can imagine that being hugely nightmarish. I'm deeply excited to try to play around with it. So we just force the Drain Punch, and then Gengar, timid Gengar naturally. Gengar, 56. Naturally outspeeds the Medicham and one-shots. Mine doesn't have a Life Orb, but has a Spell Tag. Doesn't really matter. And there's Winstrates. Pretty fast. Pretty much the only thing we were really risking was getting hugely confusion haxed on the Pidgeot. Lucario's Broken Mon. 2 free Mega Mawile online. Heck yeah, it is. And it got to even like participate in its own unlock fight, which is very exciting. Should be this one, right? Because she gives you the Macho Brace. Several Mega Stones. So the ones we're going to take advantage of, we have none of these. We have the Camerupts, the Mawile, Slowbro, Orbeetle, and Centiskorch. Huge swing of Mega Stone power, which is awesome. We are immediately going to take advantage of Mega Slowbro to not die to Darmanitan. Gengar could just hard counter that Medicham. Yeah, as long as you can get it in for free. And you can, again, like, the Lucario is guaranteed, so you just tech down the Lucario defense to guarantee the Drain Punch, and boom. Good to go. Gengar doesn't come to very many fights, it feels like, but it's got, you know, it's fast, it has pretty good damage, it can occasionally get free one-shots like that, which is always nice. Yeah, I'm a huge Centiskorch supporter now. It has come to a lot of important fights, and it hasn't been on the team for very long, and it's done some incredible work. So we're bringing so Wally 110, like I said, it will be the last one that I do today. Short stream. Cinderace, the Slowbro that I was talking about, Drapion for the Gardevoir largely. Oh, I'm getting a little hungry too, which is perfect. Man, tonight's dinner is sandwiches. Let me see if I can pull up. I think I sent it to my wife on. Hang on. Save image as. Save. I love sandwiches. This is the Pocky stream. We get distracted, right? This is a photo because the last time we were eating these, my folks asked, "Hey, what are you guys having for dinner?" And it was sandwiches. But like, I like good sandwiches, right? Sandwiches are one of my favorite foods. This is dinner tonight. It's exactly these sandwiches, and oh my god, I'm excited. And I'm just starting to get a little bit hungry, which is perfect timing. Ah, sandwiches. First Wally though. Let's not get too distracted by food. I'm so easily distracted by food, especially sandwiches. Is Cloudsire already on the team? He is. God, that's such a cute sprite, isn't it? Mawile is just awesome. Unfortunately, we do not get to bring Mega Mawile to this. I was going to bring it initially, and I went through my entire box, and I could find nothing that could deal with the fucking Darmanitan other than Mega Slowbro, so kind of forced into it. It is a super sandwich and a half. Bacon, chicken, pickles, smoked Gouda cheese with like little bits of fennel in it, lettuce, tomato, Dijon mustard, and mayonnaise. It is the perfect sandwich as far as I'm concerned. I like to put chips on a sandwich if I don't have access to bacon because I like the crunch, but when you got the bacon, you already have the crunch. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm being laughed at in the background. Wide lens because we are a Cinderace. I don't think we're going to be clicking Pyro Ball, but we're going to keep it just in case. We do need Zen Headbutt on this. Where in the list is Zen Headbutt? Zen Headbutt. 125. That's way farther down than I thought. Fighting damage with slower has been the hardest part of my run so far. I can imagine. I have no fucking clue how to do it. Do you just dodge crits? And hope? Or do you have an alternative that works? Did you pick up a Walrein? Maybe that'd be decent with the fur coat. I thought... This is broken. I thought Wordier, fur coat Wordier would be pretty good, and it just isn't. Like, you can switch in, take any crit, and then not take the second one. Doesn't have high enough natural defense. But I would be super interested to see how other people are going through them. We don't need HP water. Mega Slowbro can have shell armor. Can it? Crap, I want mine to have Regenerator. I'm gonna need to make sure that I'm guaranteeing that, I guess. I actually don't care so much if it... Well, as soon as he's a Mega, he can get crit all he wants. I want Regenerator. Walrein beat the... Okay, you did get the Walrein. Second Walrein is supposed to slow fish. I got double crit flinch and lost Walrein. Jesus! I hope there's not a third one you have to deal with. I lost Amanda Trainer, X's Darm, and Fortree. We rushed the field and see what I did against Line Chains. I was risking crits against that too. Oh my god. Regenerator on normal Slowbro becomes Shell Armor, and then either of the normal abilities become Regenerator. So I can't just double run Regenerator. Dang it, that's unfortunate. Good to know. So I should switch this off of Regenerator. I guess I can look this up to double check afterwards. Zen Headbutt, U-turn, Pyro, Sucker. Yep. Slowbro's weird moveset is going to look a little weird here because we're trying to prevent the Darmanitan from Hasbat oddsing out. So it's going to get no Psychic coverage and Flamethrower. Which is down here somewhere. It can probably 1v1 the Corviknight if it needs to. Don't think it'll need to, but probably can if need be. And then Shadow Ball obviously is for the Guardy. They definitely look like that, don't they? I have no idea how I would deal with this otherwise. It might just be like, I guess I'll sack them on. Like, there's got to be something in the box I don't care about. That Beardick looks a lot like an eject button. Beardick could probably 1v1 it by getting me a free switch, but then whatever comes in has to make sure it doesn't have Hasbat odds out, or you're screwed twice. While I'm in here, Poison Jab is also up here, and I need that on Drapion. For the Guardy? For Beardick? Yeah, it's... I suspect, like, maybe it'll miraculously survive to the Rain Root and do something. But I really think it's just going to be an eject button, and that's okay. You can have some eject buttons. I'm going to need an eject button for Drake, I'm sure. Why not just have the eject button now, right? I need to put Volt Switch on Lantern. They really are. The Darm in Glacia. I've been looking at, like I've been saying, I've been looking at the E4 off and on this past week because I've had some time. The Glaciodarms are pretty concerning. Pretty concerning. I don't think they're the most concerning mons on Glacia, but they're pretty concerning. So we're starting to put together a specialized team, shall we say. I think that's all the moves I need. Oh no, Dugong needs... Back to the Hidden Power tech. Dugong needs Hidden Power Grass. Leveraging the shit out of Hidden Power. Let's just replace... We replaced that other previous Hidden Power. We're going to replace Ice Shard now. Yeah, the Kyurem is gnarly. I don't want to spoil too many of my plans, but the Kyurem is pretty gnarly. The spoiler is that Mawile is coming. And we're gonna see if we can get it more kills than Matt's Lopunny. But that is the only spoiler. This thing needs HP Grass. Yeah, I'm super pumped to see the Registeel run. Unfortunately? What do you mean, unfortunately? That's amazing. I want to see Registeel put in work. If that's an opportunity for it to annihilate a Mon that's really hard to deal with, that's the kind of shit I want to watch. I'm really excited for the Registeel run. Jolly, Wide Lens. We're gonna get knocked off anyway, it doesn't really matter. Then Headbutt U-turn, Pyra, Sucker. Slowbro is Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, Slack Off, and Scald with Regenerator, which might need to change. This has got to be bold, though. What's up on Florges? I do love the approach of folks just really enjoying a Mon and deciding that it's gonna get fucking champed, and they're just gonna make it work. Really fun. Drapion is probably already adamant. It needs a Poison Barb, though. Struggles to kill the Guardy otherwise. Oh shit, I think I might have forgot to do a team scroll in front of, Wally. Or not Wally, the Winstrates. I guess we would have seen it from me arranging the whole team, but if anybody really wanted to, they could rewind the entire... I'll scroll through the whole thing now. Because it would be possible for one to be able to rewind through all of these changes that I have made to determine that I did not in fact have any illegal Mons. But we do have to go through all of them to prove that, so give me a moment, sorry. Gotta make sure we're not breaking sheet rules. Mega Ape gets 5 kills, Registeel gets 1 kill. Think. I'm honestly kind of glad I didn't get the Mega Ape, because I gotta figure out other ways to do things now. What's the third busted ape? It's Infernape. I know Slaking is the other one that's really broken. What is the third one, though? I never remember. Surely we gotta be getting through all the Mons. How far down is Tinkaton? Literally one more? Oh man, okay, good. Good. Phew. Okay, there is our Winstrate scroll. What was I doing? Drapion on a Poison Barb? Yep. Whoops goes back to its oft-held Citrus Berry. Lantern is on a magnet. Great. Dugong goes back to Chesto. And I think my moves are done, and so it's just going to be a question of double-checking the Mega Slowbro will get Regenerator. Wide Lens Jolly. Headbutt, Sucker, U-turn, Pyro Ball. Shadow Ball, Flamethrower, Slack Off, Scald. We'll check the ability in a second. Slowbronite, Bold. Adamant, Poison Barb. Poison Jab. Knock off, X Scissor, Crunch is not going to get used. Jab, Yawn, EQ, Rock Slide. Water Absorb, Citrus, Lonely. The Cloudsire's got to be Adamant. Lantern is staying like this with Water Absorb, Parabolic Charge, D-Wave, Full Switch, Scald. Great. HP Grass, Scald, Ice Beam Rest, Ice Scales, Quiet Chest. Okay, so we needed to put Cloudsire back to Adamant. We probably also have to fix its defense EVs. IVs, excuse me. See if we're rolling damage. Just the Charity Gyarados. Does that work? That's nice. I do have the Gyarados. We're going. I feel like Mega Slowbro might be even more boring, to be honest. I never use Mega Slowbro in any kind of other environment though, so I am kind of excited to use it here anyways, just because I think the Mon is really cool. Okay, use the up arrow. We've learned. Alrighty, so Slowbro's abilities. So, Oblivious and Own Tempo turn into Regenerator. Is that what this pink lineup means? Species Slowbro. Oh, there's so much fucking species data. Oblivious, Own Tempo, Regenerator, and then where is Slowbro Mega? Slowbro Mega. Regenerator, yeah, okay, perfect. That is how that works. Which means I need to get this off Regenerator. Which, man, this means you have to toggle the ability every time you want to use one of the or the other Mega Slowbro. I guess it makes sense, because otherwise you would just leave it on Regenerator probably most of the time. And maybe that's too much regenerating action. Oblivious. What is the other one? Own Tempo? I don't think either matters. Own Tempo probably a little better, if I forget it. That's not a real battle. Phew. Okay, we save. We see if Pokeweb is randomly working again, although I think it might just be down at the moment. A little unfortunate. I am more likely to need calcs here than I am next fight. So again, yeah, still seems to be down. So you'll have to pardon any delay for clicking calcs. I do have some degree of a line planned out. It might go totally fine and I won't need them, but this is more likely than the Winstrates because he can has bad odds a few times. Okay. Scroll for sheet. Which we forgot last time, so we will not forget this time. Alright, let's go, so I can go make sandwiches. Normally I would read a monologue, but bacon cooking awaits. Is that the right frame size? Okay. Alright, so the Sneasler line with a Cinderace lead is maybe a little funky. So generally, you would just Zen Headbutt it down. This, let's actually pull up Wally. This has a Sash. Sneasler. This one. Generally, you would just click Zen Headbutt, bring it down to Sash, and then Sucker Punch to kill it afterwards. We're going to do that in the backwards order here, because if we Zen Headbutt with a Liberomon, we'll turn into a Psychic type, and then we die to crit knockoff, which would be hysterical, but we do not want that to happen. So we do lose our wide lens. We're not going to be clicking Pyro Ball this fight unless something goes very, very wrong. But now we get to KO with Zen Headbutt. The rare case of Protean actually making your life more dangerous. I'm glad I saw that in the Calyx. It would have been super scary. Speaking of super scary, the man is here. We'd like to dodge high roll crit into high roll crit, and then this is totally fine. That is not a high roll crit, so we're fine. We're gonna just instantly Mega and Slack off as he switches. Interesting, okay. This means that we can come back in later if need be. Very, very safely. I'm surprised. I guess regular Slowbro doesn't have the damage to prevent the Hazmat odds into Guardian. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm expecting some degree of Hazmat oddsing in this fight. It's not the end of the world. So, let's double check Slowbro Mega. 56. We're rocking Shadow Ball, Scald, Slack Off, and Flamethrower. Save. Into this regular Gardevoir is what he's looking at for damage. So this might be... It sees that both Moonblast and T-Bolt are 2-hit KOs. I don't know that Moonblast has a secondary effect, so it's likely to be Thunderbolt would be my guess. It doesn't super matter for our purposes. We're going to go Clodsire either way. All we care about is that this should not be Psychic. It would always be Thunderbolt over Psychic, and we can't have Clodsire tanking a Thunderbolt. Or excuse me, tanking a Psychic. Oh, it can lower its attack. Okay, so it's one of Moonblast or Thunderbolt. It can be either one, we don't really care. Thunderbolt's obviously better, but this is fine too. There goes this attack. Ma Clodsire! We're Ma Clodsire, actually. Let's grab Swimmer David's Clodsire. We have Poison Jab and Earthquake on this Clodsire. And I think we're Adamant. And I think we probably have a Citrus Berry? All that to say, we get obliterated by Psychic, which is intentional. We really want to be obliterated by Psychic from any HP range, and any crit Moonblast doesn't do enough to us to get us into range where he could click Moonblast a second time, which means it's always safe to go Drapion here. And immune the Psychic, and we do threaten the one-shot with Poison Jab. He can hard switch into Corviknight. He does not hard switch into Corviknight, so we get the Gardevoir kill, which is great. We live any roll, and Drapion doesn't have to take crits. This mon turns out to be really difficult to switch into, so baiting Psychic to go Drapion was the cleanest line that I could find, and I stopped looking for lines when I found it. Brings out Darm. This is fine. We have now Mega'd, so now that we're a Mega Slowbro, we can tank 2 high roll crit Flare Blitz and still be okay. The Gardevoir is super scary. It's very much like try to bait T-Bolt. I guess in that case T-Bolt or Moonblast are both fine, but Clodsire did a lot of quiet, heavy lifting there to set that up. I think I'm probably gonna Slack off here. I don't care if he's doing damage to himself with the Flare Blitz. I want to make sure I can tank 2 crits, and I want to be at full to be able to do that. So we're back to the range we can tank 2 crits, and now we just kill it with Scald. Weighted plush Clodsire? That sounds fucking amazing. Do you have a link to that? That sounds terrific, and I would like to see what a plush weighted Clodsire looks like. He's got to be so cute. You ever seen that Whale Lord plush? Pokemon Whale Lord plush. I've been tempted by this feel a few times, but there's just an amazing photograph of this Whale Lord. Like this one, the life-size Whale Lord. There's one picture in particular, though. It makes my wife cackle every time she sees it. Does this not have images? There's somebody, like, sitting across from it having tea. This one! This one! This is not the funniest shit ever. I love this. It's so good. The Giant's feel is also terrific, but this image is hilarious. Big Pokemon plush. I guess we should do this feel. Big feel plush. It's huge. Look how happy this woman is holding it. How could you not be happy holding a Spheal this size? I have no idea. He looks amazing. Back to the fight. This is the second half of why Clodsire is amazing. It would have been nice had we taken the T-Bolt earlier, because it'd just mean we have more HP for this Galvantula. And again, this is probably not Thunder either. So, we're not going to be taking all the electric moves, but we don't care. We're a Clodsire. We're going to take bug moves too. Bless you. We do have the Citrus, so we can tank any crit from a lot of different HP ranges, and we two-shot. I think Spadef drop crit off the first one might have been bad after eating a Moonblast crit or something, but Clodsire is really, really safe here. Wasn't weighted and not entirely the right color. Oh, this guy's so cute. Look at this guy. Look how cute this guy is. I love how flat he is. Looks like an amazing little dude. He looks great. This sprite is... Clodsire is such an amazing mod. I don't actually care what button this Corviknight is clicking. What are its moves even? These are its moves. We're going into Lantern. I'm not questioning my notes when I don't want to bother doing the calc. I want to go make sandwiches. As soon as the Dharm is gone and the Gardevoir is gone, the fight is free. So I'm not super concerned anymore. Look at the big damage. We have a healing electric move because it's great. I was looking for... Oh man, this Corviknight. Fire types are a little awkward. They're all kind of squishy. Wow, he just one-shot. That's hilarious. They're kind of squishy into some of these body press business. I don't know. I have to hit a Pyro Ball. That's a little awkward. This is my singular electric type, and I still haven't needed a different electric type. This Lantern just does so much work. This is, I guess, maybe slightly awkward, but probably not too awkward. So let's go Wishy-Washy School into Lantern. There's a specific HP threshold we need to make sure we stay above to survive crit HP Grass. 158. So if we ever are going to end up with less than 158 HP, we Volt Switch into Dugong. Dugong can tank like 3 HP Grass without dying, and kill with its own HP Grass. It also has Rest Chesto, so it can tank quite a lot. The Dugong can solo this, but while we're in here with the Lantern, we might as well do some work. Okay, so now we have this really interesting question of, am I going to heal enough HP with my next hit to not die to the 158? Can we see? Parabolic Charge. Do you tell me how much I heal? 9.8 to 12.1. How much is 9.8% of 223? 0.09... It was 9.3? 9.8 times 223. So he should recover 21 HP at the lowest roll. 131 and 21 is 152, which is not enough. So we're going to be super duper max careful, and we're just going to Volt Switch. Crit mattered. I don't know about that. Into this Dugong. I almost want to get hit by a crit HP Grass here just so we can see how little damage it does. This Dugong is a monster. And that shuts off schooling, so it's free. That went really well. Thank God we had a Mega Slowbro. Trick House unlocked. And hopefully Mawwile's Reign of Terror. He'll catch up to us one day. 2 free for the goat, and it's sandwich time? Hell yeah, it's sandwich time. I'm gonna go to a Pokemon Center like I usually do. And sign off with a Togekiss in my party. Actually, I can grab a Togekiss now. Thank you for enjoying the sandwiches. Oh, I super duper will. I might be back this evening for the, like, if I get any Trick House prepped, if I decide to do some on stream, but I suspect I'm gonna take tonight off depending on how raid goes. And maybe just do a bunch of Trick House prep, so when work kind of resumes for me next week, I still have some fights prepped and I can stream later. But yeah, thank you all very much for attending for a short one. Get through a couple of fights, unlock Trick House and our homie Mega Mawile. Hopefully we get to start seeing that do work really, really soon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I will catch you guys next time.